Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about semen retention will make you 10x more powerful in 2023 and beyond. In 2023 and beyond, semen retention will just make you more powerful because the bottom line is if we want to be truthful, and this has nothing to do with being shallow-minded or anything like that. There's three certain things that typically men want. If you ask literally 99% of men, of guys, what they would want is typically they would want probably more like an income. They would want to be financially well off, very financially wealthy or something like that. They would probably want to have attractive women in their life who treat them in a very great way. And three, they probably would want maybe like a very physically capable body. Now, if we can agree that these are pretty much natural instincts of like what maybe a man would want. And I mean, obviously there's other people who probably would want different desires, but this is just a general overview of what a typical man wants. Now, the bottom line is all of these desires, it's okay to have these desires. Some people just don't think that it's okay to have these desires for some reason. They think that it might be too shallow-minded, too materialistic. We live in a material world. They just don't think it's okay to have these things. Some other dudes want all these things, but they're just not willing to go all in to get these things. There's some sort of uncertainty in them, and it makes them and it inhibits them of taking action. And then there's a third guy who realizes that he wants all these things, doesn't apologize that he wants these things, and goes after and commits to the work to get these things. And he doesn't deter, he doesn't quit until he actually has these things. This type of man is what we like to call maybe the 1% or the top 5% or something like that. The dudes who actually know they want these things, don't apologize for not wanting these things, and go after these things and gets them. And this is why not everyone you know is living the life that they want. But the thing is, it comes down to mindset. You want these things, but are you willing to commit to the work to get these things? And typically not. Typically not. People aren't willing to commit to the work to get these things. They obviously want it, but they're not willing to commit. So why do I emphasize semen retention so much? What does semen retention even have to do with any of this? Semen retention has to do with increasing your positive, your consciousness, your energy, increasing that little voice in your head that says that you can do these things. Semen retention comes from power. This is a very ancient practice. All of the quote unquote dudes who were well off, or dudes who at least had wisdom, somehow practiced this practice. They did not let lust get to them. This is why they ascended their wisdom, their insights, their lives. They've ascended it because they've tapped into their inner power. Now, semen retention will 10x, makes you 10 more powerful because it enhances your creativity, your connection with the Most High, your physical capable body, your ideas, and your positivity. It finally gives you the kick in your life that you may need to do. It gives you wisdom. It can guide you. In terms, even if we want to talk about woman attraction, like guys always need help in how to attract women and all yada yada yada. The bottom line is you wouldn't need help if you had enough testosterone to actually want to actually do these things. Is like you have to realize that you're a guy, and if you have enough, if you at least are physically, you have everything's working physically properly at the most optimal version, you don't need help in trying to attract and keep women. What you need to do is stop decluttering your mind and body with things that don't help these things out. And this is the bottom truth. These are all natural things. These are primal instinct things. These are all the things that are natural and primal, and have our primal instinct for usually guys to have. But they delude themselves. They dilute themselves with probably bad foods. They take in things that are just not good for them. They're not getting smarter. They're getting dumber by the day. They're not putting any thought into any other things. They're living in a low vibrational way. And if you think in a low vibrational way, your results in life are going to be very low vibrational. So the choice is up to you. You either go on retention, you practice self-discipline, you actually make your goals and commit to doing the work to get these goals, or you don't, and you fall short, and you're always left wondering, what if I could do this? What if I could do this? It's either the pain of, you either die by the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. It's just like, you have to make the decision. If you don't make the decision, then life is going to happen to you more often than you're happening to life. You have to create your reality. You were born to create. Born to create. Why do you think Adidas slogan is born to create? You're born to create. So create. See, retention helps you create. We talk about pickup lines. We talk about corny this, corny that, do this, memorize this. None of this. The only way for you to actually be able to naturally be attractive is to have more desire in you. This is the bottom line. Your desire has to be at its biggest peak, at its optimum peak. Once your desire is at its optimum peak, there's no hesitation, because you know what to do, because you have desire. When you relapse with your hand, all that desire that you wish you had is not there, and this is where the hesitation comes from. This is how you come short. But if you go on retention, you get everything working in your body. You challenge yourself. You don't really need a dating coach. You just need to take action and have desire. Once you want something enough, and it's your most dominant thought, you're gonna find out a way to get it if you want it bad enough. Like, I'm not here to have a whole motivational spiel, but what Eric Thomas said is correct. If you want to breathe as bad as you want to succeed, then you'll be successful. This is if you want to be so successful that it's like your next breath, then yeah, you're gonna find a way. So just keep this in mind. We have all these excuses, all of the reasons why things aren't getting done, and you're still stuck in the same place. Think about how fast last year went and where we exactly are right now. And the same thing is going to happen again, where the year is going to go by fast, and you're still in the same position in certain aspects, unless you make the consistent commitment to changing your habits on a daily basis. By the end of 2023, you're going to be in a better position than you are starting off. But if you're in the same position or even in a worse position, you have nobody else to blame. People talk about, oh, last year wasn't that good to me. Well, it's time to start taking some accountability. Last year wasn't that good to you. Maybe it's based off your decisions. Maybe there's some things that maybe happened, unfortunately, but all in behold, like, we're all adults here. A lot of the things that are happening are based off your decisions. You're in action, or you're quitter's mentality. And this is the bottom line. I hate to say it, but you have nobody else to blame except for yourself if you're in a position where you don't want to be. This goes for all of us. So if you're not in a position where you want to be, or you think you can definitely get better, Write your goals down, commit to the work, commit to the habits, and thank yourself later. Thank yourself later. And this is pretty much all you can do. At least if you're giving yourself a fighting chance, you can go to sleep knowing you're giving it all your all. But excuses. There's this book called The Magic of Thinking Big, and one of it is called Excuseitis, where you're making the best excuses. People make the best excuses as to why things can't happen, as to why it's not possible. The bottom line is, if someone already is living, if someone is living in a reality that I guess not many people may live or something like that, then the bottom line is possible. They just probably took more different steps in order to get this. But the bottom line is you're just not willing to do the same thing that they did and persevere enough to actually get it. And this is the bottom line. So don't blame it on something else. Don't blame it on anything else. Blame it on your perseverance. Blame it on your belief. Blame it on your action taken. Blame it on your critical thinking. Just blame it on those. Don't blame it on the exterior things. Blame it on the things that you can control. And this is the bottom line. If I don't make another video this year, then I hope you take this video to heart and you do something to shape your life in a positive way. And with that being said, like, comment, and share the video. And we'll see you in the next one.